Hello everyone and welcome to our very first battle in the EBL. This is EBL Season 5, I believe. So yeah, this is our very first battle ever within this league. I'm very grateful to be here. It's going to be great. This first match, obviously this is a post-commentary thing. I will go into why it is post-commentary and not a live reaction to the battle, but I might as well do that whilst this is playing. So pretty much it is me, the Snowdonian Frostmoths, versus Humberto, or Lionheart Plays. Sorry, Lionheart Plays, with the Fort Seal. Now, if you don't know, Humberto is the current champion of the EBL, so we got thrown straight into the deep end with this battle, but I'm actually really happy that we did. And you know, I feel as if you'll see it in the battle. I feel as if I did prove myself to be someone that you shouldn't not take seriously in this league, which is something that I wanted to set out to do. So pretty much I will skip to when the actual battle starts, and I will see you then. Bye. So as you can see on your screen now, this is where we're selecting our team. I obviously wanted to go with our mascot for our team, Frostmoth, straight off the bat, which I don't think Humberto was anticipating. I feel as if a lot of people within the EBL are expecting me to start with the Mimikyu because of its disguise ability. So I had that in mind, and I thought, you know what, the only thing that can really do a lot of damage to this Frostmoth is the Lugia. And I thought, if I can get this thing set up straight away, I have a good chance of, you know, dealing a lot of damage to quite a few mons of his. So he leads with Aphrodite, the Primarina, and I lead with the Frostmoth, Snowdon, the Frostmoth. So as you can see, and if you go and watch Humberto's video as well, which is great, links will be in the description below anyways, but he was quite taken aback by the fact that I brought the Frostmoth and I didn't bring, say, the Mimikyu or another mon. I can't remember what he said, but he was anticipating two different mons, either to start with or to bring it as a overall. So as you can see, I got one Quiver Dance up and I decided to go for another one, because maybe a bit greedy, but hey, I knew that Primarina is quite especially bulky, so why not go for two? I knew I could live another Hyper Voice, so we went for two and then went for the Giga Drain, which I'm very happy that I had in its moveset. It proved to be very useful here, so went for the Giga Drain. Doesn't kill Aphrodite, which is very annoying, but we do get a large chunk back of our HP, which is great. So Primarina hits us with another Hyper Voice, but we are going to finish it off with one more Giga Drain, as you can see now. And at this point, I'm feeling pretty confident with this play. You know, I've got a decent amount of speed on me. Quiver Dance, you know, ups speed, special attack, and I don't know if it does special defense. I'm actually not too sure on that one. I'll have to check that. But again, Whimsicott, I knew it has Prankster, but I thought, why not just go for a move anyways? Didn't realise it was going to use Cotton Spore. That was a great play by Humberto because my speed was especially high, and if he brought out the Lugia, it could have done some damage. So now my speed has dropped back to normal. It's my normal speed for a Frostmoth, so it's not amazing. But we take down the Whimsicott, so we are now... It's now 6-4 in terms of mons. I've got all of mine. I've knocked out two of his. And I'm not going to lie to you, at this point I was like, wow, I'm doing pretty good. I didn't expect to do this well. And obviously he brings out Poseidon, the Lugia, which I was scared of, and I had a feeling, I knew it was going to outspeed. I just didn't know if Aeroblast would kill. Now thinking back, it's pretty stupid, it's super effective. It was never going to live an Aeroblast, regardless of, you know, I don't know if I still had... I don't know from Quiver Dance, I'm not all clued up too much on it. I don't know if it buffed my special defense. Something I'll have to look up after the match. At this point, I've said it to myself whilst preparing for this battle. I don't really have much of a plan for its Lugia. I knew it's a massive problem, however, I didn't really plan all too much for it. But I went into Austin Power, our shiny Inteleon, and we go for the Focus Energy, which again, Humberto was not expecting this sort of play. Now, if you don't know, Inteleon has the Sniper ability, which ups its chances of getting critical hits each turn that it has. And Focus Energy ups that, I think, by about 30% as well. So, at this point, I'm more or less going to get a crit when I attack. We'll see how that plays out. You'll see in a second. But Humberto was scared, obviously. And he goes out into the Leafeon, which I was very, very happy with. So we get the free Focus Energy off, which is something that I really, really wanted to do with this Inteleon. So that's good. Next, I don't think I should have done this. This might be, Luigi might have me on his top 5 here, because I don't know if I should have Dynamaxed here. I think going straight up for the Ice Beam and saving my Dynamax for later probably would have been more beneficial. However, Inteleon wouldn't have lived a Leaf Blade, that's for sure, but I don't know if an Ice Beam would have knocked this Leafeon out. It would have probably if I got a crit, but I was not taking any chances, so I decided to go for the Gigantamax, and there you have it. I got a crit, which I was conflicted with. I was happy that the strat is working, but I was unhappy that I Dynamax so early. But it is what it is. The hail is now up, which could have proved very, very bad for the rest of the team if Inteleon was to go down. But yeah, next up, Poseidon comes out, which I thought was a very bold play, but Humberto obviously has a lot of faith in this thing's special defense, and he is not wrong for doing so. This thing is a problem. My only strat for Lugia, really, and I was saying earlier how I didn't really have one, was to use a physical attacker, whether that be a dark type or an electric type. I don't have any electric types on my team. I do, however, have a legendary dark type physical attacker in Zarude. You'll see how that pans out anyways, but I go for the max Hailstorm. Does little, very, very little, obviously, because Lugia is just ridiculous. And it decides to take that even further with a max Quake, which buffs your special defense by 1 stage or 2 stages. I can't remember, but he decides to do that, and now I'm pretty much screwed, because now, oh, and again, I could have gone, I'm just thinking out loud here, right? I was thinking about that. You saw me hover over the Max Butterfly there for quite some time, and I was thinking that's a physical move. Lugia isn't, you know, known for its defense. I mean, it's very bulky anyways, but if I was to go for the Max Butterfly there and lower its special attack, maybe I could have done more with this this turn here, but I decided to go for the Stab Water type move there, and again he goes for the Max Quake, further buffing his special defense. And I knew for a fact this could be over. This could be over if I don't do something about it very, very quickly. Now obviously my Dynamax turns have ended. He's still got one more turn, and I'm thinking I need to change this up real quick. So I go for the U-turn, and I hope for the best in that whoever comes out next can tank a hit and maybe get a few hits off on Lugia. You'll see who comes out. I think it did okay. I wanted to use it better than what it was, but it is what it is. I obviously took my time selecting here for some reason. Oh no, that was Humberto that took his time. That's fine then. Again, a critical hit. The Focus Energy strat does work quite well. I might use that in future battles. I don't know yet. We'll see. But we go out into Derpster, who I knew could take a Max Quake okay. However, I know that I think I made it defensive instead of specially defensive. So again, Lugia absolutely mollywops this thing. It's down to like half health. The hail takes it down just below half health. And I was like, I've screwed myself over here, haven't I? Because the hail was my fault. So I'm thinking, oh, I might as well just go for the Toxic. It's probably going to die, so I'm probably not going to get this move off. I'm just going to sack the Quagsire off. As you can see on your screen now, we live on 3 HP, which was wild. And we get the Toxic off, which I'm going to let you know now, in the long run, it didn't mean anything. It really didn't. Luckily the hail stopped, which didn't KO the Quagsire, meaning that we get a bit of chip damage off on the Lugia for next turn. Now obviously I sack off Derpster here, which was great. Not really. But it was pretty much the only thing I could do. If I had a flying type on my team, I would have switched to them, predicting the Earth power, but again, if I had done that, where would that have left me? But Derpster goes down there. We've got a poisoned Lugia here, and at this point I'm starting to struggle, because I know that nothing really outspeeds this thing except for maybe Austin Power, but Austin Power definitely could not take this thing out. Now bearing in mind, now that in hindsight, I think I should have gone out into Austin Power, hit this thing with an Ice Beam, and the Toxic would have taken it out, and I still would have had this Zarude. As you can see, it gets absolutely destroyed. We do live, get the crunch off, and the Lugia is down, which is great, but look where our Zarude is now. I needed it, and you'll see why I needed it. You'll see. Next up is the Mewtwo. Why I needed it. This thing's moveset really threw me. I did not expect its moveset. It's great. Really did not expect it. It's got Ice Beam, Energy Ball, Psy Strike, and something else. I can't remember the 4th move. I don't think Humberto actually used the 4th move on this Mewtwo. But as you can see, the Zarude goes down. And next I think I'll go into Heatran. Possibly the Comfort. Austin Power? I do go into Austin Power, thinking that I could outspeed this Mewtwo. How very stupid of me. Of course I didn't, and it goes for the Energy Ball, which you'll see. I might as well spoil that for you now. But I thought a U-turn would have done a decent amount of damage. I didn't outspeed, so that sucks. So now I think we're 3 for 3. I could be wrong. Oh wait, I have 2 left. I'm pretty sure he has 3 left. I could be wrong. We will check in a second. No, it's a 2v2 at the moment, so I don't know what this Mewtwo has. So I know it has Ice Beam and Energy Ball. I'm thinking, okay, we're good, because the other move is probably a Psychic type attack, which we sort of, we resist. It withdraws. The Mewtwo goes into this thing, Galarian Rapidash, and I go for the Toxic, not realising that this thing has Pastel Veil, which prevents any form of status move, I believe. Maybe just Toxic, not too sure. And at this point, I was just absolutely crushed. I did not know what to do. Didn't realise this thing also gets a quad effective move on Heatran. Luckily, it's not Stab. If it was Stab, it would have killed. But we do get 1 Lava Plume off, at least, which takes it does a lot of damage, which I was happy with. At this point, I think I just said, Heatran's got to go. I'm definitely not swapping into anyone else. I was hoping the Drill Run might have missed. I'm pretty sure it's got like a 90 to 95% accuracy, but who actually knows? And now we're down to our last Mon. A 2v1. Not really too sure what to do. I don't know if this was greedy. I think I could have gone without it, but it goes for the Smart Strike, which was very annoying. But we get a Calm Mind off. Luckily we have priority because of triage, or triage, however you want to say it. So we get the Calm Mind off. We then go for the Draining Kiss to get that HP back. I don't know if this kills. I'm pretty sure it does actually. Pretty sure this kills. It does, and we get a good chunk of our HP back. However, the last Mon isn't something that you want to be the last Mon. With full HP, I believe, and it is none other than the Mewtwo. Not exactly the best circumstances here, so it's a 1v1 situation. I'm thinking this thing is going to kill me. I probably should have gone for one more Carmine. Probably. In hindsight. I feel as if I'd done that, things might have gone a bit different. It goes for the Side Strike, which does a huge amount of damage. Did not expect that much, but at this point, I was like, okay, this is GG. Just going to go for the Draining Kiss. Hopefully we get a crit. And we don't. And we do not. So, Humberto's Mewtwo goes for Side Strike again, and that takes our Comfy out. Which means that we lose. we lost our first battle, but it came down to 1v1 with the current champion. Now, I know he might be rusty, you know, this is the first game back, but I was extremely happy with how I performed, how everything went. Came down to a 1v1 situation. Could have gone a different way if I just thought about it a little bit more. I had a great time. I thought everything that I did proved that, you know, like I said at the beginning, that I'm not someone that you can just not think about and just get away with murder. I think that's quite nice. I'm proud of myself. Even though we lost, I'm proud of myself. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this first ever EBL match with Humberto. Please do check him out in the description below. He does great videos. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.